So we look at this, we can think about the transformations that we would do to the sine. So we have the -4. Well, the 4, which we'll talk about, is the amplitude, but that's like a stretch, right? A vertical stretch. The negative, that tells me it's a reflection over x. And this 1/8 is a horizontal stretch. But there's something else we can look at. We can also look at the fact that the period is 2 pi, and it turns out that if we divide 2 pi by whatever number is multiplied by x, which we usually call b, so we divide that by 1/8, that gives us the new period. So it's stretching it, so the new period is 16 pi long. That's pretty long. So if I was just to do, if I look at my my key points, I had 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Well, now I'm starting at 0 still, but I'm ending at 16 pi because that's one period. And that's going to relate to our numbers because they start out at, these are my thetas, here are my sine thetas, right, or my y's. Originally, it would have been 0, 1, 0, -1, 0. Well, now I know that it's going to be 0. The zeros are the same because -4 times 0 is the same. This is going to be -4 and this is going to be 4 because -4 times -1 is 4. But I need to know where these lie. So what I know is that if the whole thing is 16, half of it is 8, and then half of that again is 4 pi, and then I have 12 pi here because I'm going by 4 pi every time. Another way I can see how much I have to add is I take my period, whatever my period is, and I divide it by 4 because I have 4 intervals. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are my new points. Now I can't even fit all of that on here, but we can start a little bit. So I know that I have 0 here. I know that, very little bit. Let's change these. So this is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, 7 pi, and 8 pi. Now, we know that this is still not, because the scale is like this, it's not going to look as stretched horizontally as it would be. So I know I start at 0. I know at 4 pi, I am -4. And at 8 pi, I'm 0 again. And I know I could have gone in the other direction, it wouldn't, because remember, it's odd. So I know that if this was pi, -2 pi, -3 pi, -4 pi, -5 pi, -6 pi, -7 pi, and -8 pi, I know that here at -4 pi, it would be 4, and then again at -8 pi, it'd be 0. So it would look like this. So see how it's stretched both ways. It's stretched both, not quite that good, stretched horizontally and vertically.